Scared Spliff podcast.
Shout out to Blood Brothers. Donate. They're the ones doing that. Shout out to Blood Brothers. Yeah, bitch.
They're the ones doing...
Well, Blood Brothers is basically a Ninja Turtle movie that is fan-made, that it's all practical effects.
Oh, it's truer to the early 90s movies.
Well, not only that, it's like it's all fucking practical effects. It's like they have the actual like suits and like costuming and everything's done. It just needs funding. So if I had money, I would give them some money, and I'm not getting money or anything from this. I'm a huge fucking Ninja Turtle fan. I bleed green, and they're the ones that are doing it. It's the same as when the Casey Jones movie came out. Dude, fuck yeah. Like, I don't know why the fuck they're not doing one, like, in a bigger scale, but dude, fuck yeah, man.
Wait, there's like a small indie Casey Jones movie?
Yeah. And it's fucking gnarly.
You can make him a movie?
Dude, are you serious?
No, the actor who played him in the original movie was cool, but, like, that character, I'm gonna talk some smack and say, like, there barely is enough of him to spread on the movie as a peripheral. No. Just to give April someone with a penis. No. Who's not a reptile.
No. Let's not.
We don't want to get nerdy up and
Downey, you're out of your element. You know the comics. Both of you guys knew.
It's not even about the comics. No. It's not about the cartoon shows. This is me just centering on the movie itself specifically, since that's what, at least last time I was listening, we were still talking about anyway.
yeah. The Ninja Turtles?
But yeah. So, the one thing you're forgetting is before he even meets April, before he even meets that pussy that he was created for.
He has the wacky little combat set piece with Raph.
He has that, not even just wacky, he's got that, like, semi-comical rivalry going with Raph. You know?
Even before that.
There's, like, so much, like, he was already doing his thing, being the vigilante that he was, before they, even apparently stepped on the scene as the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, fucking...
Because that movie starts out with them, like, just starting to, like...
I think the characters...
Casey Jones is a narcissistic fucking psychopath, dude.
Nice.
That's what he is. He's a narcissistic fucking psychopath. But...
He's Dan Harmon.
He has a heart. He has a beautiful fucking heart. And, like, I don't want to go into, like, nerdiness and be like, fucking, bring up, like, cartoon and be like, he has a fucking awesome child, Cody. Whatever. But, anyways. But... Casey Jones, dude, fuck yeah, dude. Like, he is the shit. He's the badass vigilante. He's the vigilante that I would want in my city, as much as the Ninja Turtles, because he doesn't, like, he has no fucking remorse, dude. Like, he fucked people up.
Did the TV cartoon exist before the movie?
Yes.
That's why Casey's in the movie.
Yes.
It's like, we'll sell another McDonald's toy.
But even in the cartoon, Casey Jones.
Oh, Gil does. Wait. Am I reading this in? Am I reading into you? Am I projecting onto you, or are you just not liking what I'm saying? Because you're like, no, Casey Jones is my boy, and you gotta recognize.
He just is the shit. Everything that he's been saying.
That actor was cool, super cool, who played him.
Little Tommy.
But the same could be said of John Stamos playing Jesse on Full House. It doesn't mean that on paper the character is worth a shit, or that
I mean, that's the only reason why I like the new Ninja Turtle movies, was because it's nostalgia for me. I mean, I haven't even seen the second one. I want to, but the only reason why I want to is because fucking Krang and Bebop and Rocksteady finally get screen time. So it's like, fuck it. It's like finally getting to fucking fuck that one chick with the big titties that you've always fucking seen in high school, and then you finally get to do it. You're like, yes!
Only for you it was a mutated
analogies.
Exactly. Only for me,
a mutated rhino and a warthog.
Exactly, because like when
I saw Rocksteady, Bebop, and Krang are the sliding into home of I'm doing a triple metaphor, but but like it's the fucking your prom date of Ninja Turtle.
When I was a kid, and my mom and my dad took me and my brothers to go see the first movie, we went apeshit. And when we saw the second movie, like, I'm only gonna speak for myself, but I was a child, like I wasn't like old enough to literally like have thoughts that actually correlated with like cognitive things in my head at that moment. So like, I'm just gonna say like I thought it was gonna be Bebop and Rocksteady, like I was waiting for Bebop and Rocksteady. Yeah. But when I saw Tokyo Eraser, I was like, fuck it, whatever. Like they're gonna do them eventually, but this is still fucking cool. This is still fucking badass. You know, like it's kind of sucked that they carried those characters in the cartoons. Like if they were always there, but they weren't, and they made them talk all funny. Like Reza was like all like philosophical talking and shit. Like, oh guys, what's up? Like really like smart talking. And Reza was the one like like a baby and shit.
I think I don't like Razor so much so to the point that I've wiped my memory of him almost completely.
This is
like only you bringing up his name so many times and describing him as well as you just did made me think to myself, oh yeah, that like I want to say werewolfy fucking one, right? Am I right?
No, the Razor is the the werewolf one, the werewolf and Toka. You know what? See, this is how stupid those characters are. That it's like you can't really remember who's who unless like you really like fucking engrave that shit in your memory because they're just one of those side characters. It's not like Slash. Like that. I'm still fucking. Turtle? Yeah, it's
Razor?
a snap. Yeah, Razor's a snapping turtle.
Okay, I had his toy.
And it's
I'll
like
admit that.
it's like Slash.
I liked him.
I'm waiting for Slash to be in a film. Like, come on, dudes. Like, even if it's CG or whatever, Slash needs to be in a Ninja Turtle film because Slash is the fucking shit.
Who is
Slash?
I'm 5 blocks behind.
The musician
from Guns N' Roses.
No.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Slash is the evil turtle from Dimension X. He's a Ninja Turtle from Dimension X, and he's basically like the Bizarro Ninja Turtle.
Yes.
And he's fucking gnarly. Like he's amazing. He's the shit. He's snappy as fuck. He has like he kind of acts like if he's a retard, but he's not really a retard. He's just really fucking smart. And it's funny how like in the new cartoons, like in the CG cartoons that Nickelodeon has now, they made him like all fat and stupid with like a little head. But like he looks like Snorlax. But
these are two things I have no clue what the fuck.
Well, he looks like a Snorlax, but I mean Slash is the shit, dude. So I mean I don't know, like that's why I'm just saying like there's certain films that I would watch and keep watching for nostalgic reasons, but then there's other ones that I would not watch even if it's nostalgic reasons because they look like fucking shit. You know, like the new like anything new from Marvel right now, it's I don't know, like it looks cool, but doesn't really. I've never really been a huge Marvel fan, so you want to get my money out.
I wish that I'd gone to see the Doctor Strange movie while it was still in theaters.
You wish that you would have?
Yes.
The movie was really good.
You got to see it?
The movie was really good.
I heard it had really good practical effects.
Yeah.
What did you think about it specifically?
Well, it's the filming. I call it. It's so different. It's very unique and something that's I haven't seen before. So seeing that kind of effects in a movie, it just blew me away. The movie had a good plot and had a good story and everything. I thought so, but just the way.
So it had kind of innovative effects that were like unique.
Yeah. Well, you've seen it maybe in another movie with Leonardo DiCaprio where the
Inception.
Cities change, I think.
Yeah.
And also,
right.
Also, an old movie, if I don't know if I remember, it's called Dark City.
Yes.
That was the one where the city changed. Yeah. I don't know.
We've made many comments about Dark City.
Oh my god, dude, Dark City.
Brandon continually looks at us exactly like he just looked at us right there.
Every time I'm like, is that the one?
What is that?
Is Gyllenhaal? Is it like are they dressed as bunnies with trench coats and the
Dark City?
Like I'm mixing up like 3 things from college that I don't even think I don't think any of them are Dark City.
See, like looking at like Bird Bear's shirt, with Reanimator, it's just like Dark City's just like one of those films like Reanimator that's just like, dude, like it's one of its own. It's just like fuck, dude, like it's like a nightmare. Not like scary, but tonally.
In Reanimator, does someone is there a severed head that goes down on a girl or something like that, or the other way around?
Reanimator is basically a badass movie where somebody gets to fucking obviously reanimate.
So not the
Reanimator,
one.
hence Reanimator.
Yeah.
Like
so not the one that. So what I said does not at all resemble anything that happens in it.
No, like I don't know.
I'm remembering dialogue from American Beauty that describes Reanimator. That's how fucking removed I am from the shit. American Beauty, fucking not enough horror in that.
Emmy award-winning piece of garbage. fucking Kevin Spacey ass. fucking getting his brains blown all over the fucking wall, fucking kid fucking
And then flower
videotaping
petals.
plastic fucking bags.
Yeah, flower petals falling.
That's not. You don't mean that in a
Alright.
massage. Just a Star Wars.
Dude, Star Wars, man.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
I'm totally out of the loop.
We're going to
I thought it was an anus.
we're going to
It
start
wasn't anus.
we're going to start something that I've always wanted to do that I've always been afraid of, but now that I have a good batch of friends to discuss it, and whoever gets like offended, they can suck my dick.
That'll cover the offense straight up,
Suck
right off the bat.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, they can suck your Death Star, but they'll suck my, like my wand because, or my Hobbit. Oh, my staff. Yeah, they shall not pass.
They shall not pass.
Yeah. So the topic is Star Wars versus Lord of the Rings.
Finally, a podcast talking about these
God.
things.
Personally, I can't stand Star Wars. I'm sorry, I just can't. I like, it's a fucking Bible story. Okay. If I want to go somewhere and be told about God and Satan and good and evil, I will go to church, or I will open my Bible, or I will go talk to my mother and have her tell me the spirit, like.
I'll open a drawer in a hotel room.
But I don't want that shit in, like, it's good film. It's a good film, but like, in George Lucas, fuck yeah, dude. Like, special effects and everything that he did. But Howard the Duck. I'll just say that.
Howard the Duck. You totally, you really, here's what's awesome, is you totally, unapologetically are like, these movies that critics and society were all like, meh. You're like, no, that's awesome, and I love it, and you just embrace that. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
No, but it's just, I don't know, to me, Lord of the Rings, it's just way better. Like, yes, I get it, a lot of walking, but it's a story setter.
And it's like, in the books, that's fine, because things are taking place while they're walking that are being described in the books that you're just seeing in these movies as really lavish effing backgrounds and them walking through it, the end, which doesn't translate very well into film, so I can understand where the hate comes from. But in lieu of what you said about it being a fucking Bible story and all that, so is Lord of the Rings. Or actually, it's the opposite, because if I'm not mistaken, Tolkien and...
Lionel Richie.
Not
What
quite.
Stephen Merchant? Wait,
No.
Tolkien hit a partner? Who are
No,
the other
no,
person?
not a partner. No,
Another author?
Another author, yeah.
Jim
Who did
Henson.
Narnia? I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
I don't
so
know
bad
either,
with
but
names.
now
I
we
know what
know.
you're
I want to say
You're talking about that
Charles
franchise.
Darwin, but that's
No.
totally not
That
it.
can't be right.
I'm just too high.
Ulysses
Anyway.
S. Grant wrote
Yes.
the Narnia book.
Okay, so when Samuel L. Jackson and Tolkien
Franny
had
Leibowitz.
the only reason why the Lord of the Rings and the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe
Mhm.
even both exist is because of a bet. From what I've heard, from what I have come to understand.
So those two authors were sitting
I
with the
have
third
never
author, and the
heard
third
of
author
that.
And
said,
it was about
I bet you
one-
can't waste the world's time with books
They
about...
both wrote a book, one based solely on like a religious aspect, Narnia, all that shit.
And the lion is
The
from
lion
Jesus.
is Jesus, exactly.
I've heard.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aslan.
Exactly. And then Tolkien having the kind of opposite outlook on things. And how
You make an
you have
atheist
no
journey.
destiny, you make your own destiny, the greatest adventure is what lies ahead.
Vibrato. Yeah.
I know it.
guess
I know
that's
how
why,
it goes.
I guess that's why I'm so much attracted to Lord of the Rings and Star Wars, because I mean, it's just so much more dull to have somebody tell you that what you need to do.
Well, you see, that's the thing, though, in Star Wars, is, like...
He kissed his sister, dude.
And, like, sure, and that's great, and whatever.
Well, they
you
got
know.
your attention.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Remember that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
like-
why I'm on their side now. But
Either
yeah.
way, though, it was his destiny, according to his father, that he joined the dark side, and all that shit. But obviously, he took his destiny into his own hands, and he chose not to join the dark side. And whether that was him actually fulfilling his destiny or him breaking his mold is kind of up to interpretation at that point. That's artistic expression then, you know? So, I mean, I feel like it can kind of be applied to either one of them, as far as I'm concerned. You know, like, because even in The Hobbit and so on and so forth, they constantly talk about it being, you know, it has to be the little guys because they're going to be the least conspicuous out of any of us to get through the fucking defenses and shit like that.
Personally, I like topic-wise, I like them. I like both. I like the ancient world, and you know the inner world, and you know like the inner earth, and fairy tales, and you know goblins, and you know fucking brownies, and fairies, and dragons, and wizards. Like I like all that shit. You know, I love fucking reading about that, learning about that, and you know sometimes practicing all that stuff.
Brownies like in Willow?
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Rick Overton and Kevin Pollak.
I thought I heard him say brownies, and my mind
said it was like brownies, like
8
chocolate.
times.
I don't like chocolate, so I don't really eat brownies.
Because of Willow, or
just
because
he said brownies, and I was like, did he say brownies? And then I was like, did he mean to say brownies? And then like my mind just kept on coming up with a new question every time.
Magic is the bloodstream of the universe.
But I also really fucking dig the ancient space war topic. Like, I'm so fucking amazed by that shit. I love that shit, dude. Like, the moon, ancient fucking, like,
I just find it very
structures.
especially interesting because of how well done they were, even in the first place, before they got all of their budgets and shit. And they were no longer just some, you know, nameless indie film coming out about space, you know, bureaucrats and bullshit like that. That's what it comes down to. That's what it is. It's
the Star Wars prequels are the fucking DMV of the galaxy. This is basically, or something like that.
But I mean, like, and then I guess
have 2 forms of ID and midichlorians, and you can.
And then I guess what it also gets me mad at as well is that we have proof of the ancient world. We have like. I mean, I'm going to speak for myself and say that I believe in that stuff. Not everybody does, but I think there's proof of fairies, there's proof of gnomes, there's proof of, you know, like an inner
West
world,
Hollywood.
you know, an inner world within our world, you know, and an ancient world that is here that actually protects the world in order for it to be prosper and to continue being the way that it is. I don't know, like there's huge fucking forests in our side of the fucking coast that are green, they're beautiful, and how the fuck are they taken care of? I don't know. Like, I have a belief that there's people inside those forests that live there that take care of it, but that's just a stupid, crazy belief.
Fun fact based off of what you're saying, we've never dug more than, I think, maybe, I don't know if it's meters or miles, but I want to say 6 to 8 of either one of those into the Earth's surface.
Okay.
Ever. So, we do not know what's beneath that. We don't know what kind of caverns are linked, you know, which I just watch way too much of this kind of stuff in my free time, especially in the morning when I'm trying to get my brain started. Like, I just watch all this, like, Sasquatch theory stuff.
Yes,
like,
to get your brain started.
Just in the morning.
Sasquatch to get your brain started.
Yeah.
Not turned off, started.
No, yeah, exactly. It gets me thinking, and then it gets me realizing that I should be doing better things with my day. And then I finally finish my cup of coffee, and I start, making phone calls or going shopping or whatever I need to do.
So it kind of rears the catapult back for you to go, okay, I gotta do some real shit now.
Yeah, exactly.
Not like, watch this Leo Buscaglia looking scam artist go like, oh, they've been sighted here. Well, let's watch the driving stock footage again.
It's interesting because when he said that, it made me think, oh, that's right. I heard in this one video that I watched that, we haven't dug any more than like 6 to 8 meters / miles, whichever one, into the Earth's surface. And we don't know what's beneath that. And then that made me remember about, how there might be caves all throughout underneath the entire Earth. And that's like something that I learned just on its own about geology in the first place, plus it's something that's come up many times as like a Sasquatch theory of why we can't ever catch them as they go in.
Oh my God! You brought him back in my believability of possible believingness.
There's like
I'm 9 years old again. Holy
I mean, like, I have a strong belief in the hollow earth, like in the hollow earth theory. You know, like,
Tacos.
I have a strong belief in the hollowed earth and that there are hollowed, earth beings. Like Agarsha is real, and like that certain cities within the world exist. I mean, obviously, like there's a bunch of people that believe that the earth is flat. I don't know, like that's just the same. That's crazy as believing that there's an inner world within our world. So I can't really say anything. But I mean,
Earth is Jimmy Hoffa.
With what
the same people voted for Trump.
Yeah. Well, with what this podcast is not good, like about politics. So
it's not about politics.
With
Scared Split podcast, which is to disclaim nothing. We now return you to the thing.
With Gil speaking about caverns and stuff, I did hear this theory about how the possibility of the Earth being hollowed, of course, there being an inner sun, like a sun within our core, is fucking retarded because we would literally explode if anything happens. But there was this person that was saying that maybe that whole concept was kind of loose, and instead of there being a hollowed Earth or a hollowness within it, it was honeycombs, kind of like a honeycomb theory. So instead of actually being a big world, that it was caverns, big comb fucking type of caverns, and within those, that's where people or a civilization or whatever lives there, and that's where a possibility of probably having like that being a possibility of there being a world within our world.
Kind of like an ant farm of people.
Yeah, like an ant farm.
A people farm.
But I don't know, like
giant cockroaches like the big mechanical beetles in the Dark Crystal. Oh,
So close.
And people think fucking the Dark Crystal is based off of some true shit too. I mean, like, shout out to Donald Marshall for like bringing this topic up, a while ago. But who knows, man?
Who are these people who believe that the Dark Crystal is real? Shit.
Donald Marshall, hit us up. Skirt Spliff.
I have a friend that believes that her WoW character is herself in when she's dreaming. Okay, so I mean, there's a lot of things.
What is a WoW?
Oh, I'm sorry, World of Warcraft.
Oh, okay, all right.
There we go.
Is herself when she's dreaming?
Like, she thinks that when she is unconscious in her bed at night, when she has very vivid dreams of her being her character, that she is actually being her character.
That part is the reality.
Yeah.
And this life of
and I'm not saying
where I'm an accountant named Beth in my dreams, but then I'm Warrius Arcadia in the thing. I can't riff a World of Warcraft name.
Yes.
I don't know.
Well, yeah. But yeah, like whether it's true or real or not or whatever, and blah blah blah. What I don't judge the person for it personally. They're still my friend. I still call them my friend. They're still somebody that I went to high school with.
I have something to add to that. I wasn't dreaming, but me and my friend, when we were little, we used to pretend, we would, together, come together and, make up this imaginary story of us turning into wolves at night and, meeting up and just, running around and,
yes!
havoc.
This is fun as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
And, we would, go tell other people, our friends, oh, yeah, we turned into wolves and we did this and this. And I was like, no, you guys didn't. I was yeah, we did. Well, we really didn't, but we would pretend that we did.
Well, when I was a kid, I would howl at the moon. That was typical.
That is that's totally a kid generating their own creative outlet out of a need to have one.
Yeah.
Is what I think of as that. Yeah.
That's what got me interested.
I don't know. It's like you're. Well, that just predates the kind of the web series making, the YouTube era. Yeah, a little bit, just by. So.
Well, it was definitely.
So there wasn't.
It was definitely before YouTube.
Well, it's just funny how when you're a kid you have a really fucking awesome imagination and you really think you see these things and you really think you hear these things and that you are these things and shit.
Well, okay, bringing that up too, when I was little, I still have this weird vivid memory of talking to somebody in a speaker. Those big old music speakers that your dad would have by his CD player.
A loudspeaker.
Yeah.
Oh, you've told me this.
Yeah.
Talking.
Yeah.
There's a voice with whom you're conversing.
Yeah.
It's coming from the
It
speaker.
was like asking me questions, and I was just like answering them.
Huh.
Yeah.
And it
That's
wasn't an interactive Sesame Street CD.
No, yeah.
Or a-
Well before that era, it sounds like.
I had those, but yeah, I wasn't.
But there's always, like regardless of the mode of recording,
Yeah.
like there's always been that. There's like audio that you can play at home for your kids that talks as if they're addressing the kid who's listening, and they do all the kind of interactive, educationally.
Yeah.
How many toes do you have? And
That's right.
fucking alphabet, bitch. And
Yeah.
like all the yeah.
I remember that one specifically. The Alphabet Bitch song.
I remember reading this article on about how a kid's brain and adult brains are different. As you get older, your brain cells start to die, and there's fewer and fewer of them. But as you're young, you have a whole bunch of connections. So they're saying that's why kids are more imaginative. They have visible friends.
Maybe like more in tune to like
Yeah.
a sixth sense, right?
There's more neurons.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
That's what invisible friends are.
There's more neurons in the brain. And then
More
when you
often
get
than
older,
not, yeah.
when you get older, your kind of ideas are not as crazy.
Oh, careful.
When I was taking astronomy, I think it was astronomy. I'm not sure if it was astronomy or
Where you make muffins.
well, I don't fucking know. Some fucking weird shit that I had to drop because the teacher pissed me the fuck off. Because he made me feel that I was stupid for thinking about it, for believing in aliens. Anyways,
Damn.
he was talking about how our eyes are able to see only certain colors, right?
Only
And then-
certain part of the wavelength.
Yeah, and then when there's telescopes, that is the same thing, and there's certain different types of telescopes that are able to see certain waves and colors that we are not able to see. So basically, like what I was saying is, what I was telling him, what got him really mad was like, well, if you're saying that there's certain things that we're not able to see because of what's in front of us, but there's obviously something in front of us that we're not able to capture, what makes us so sure that there's literally beings, or I mean, obviously, like I believe in that shit, beings and things that are not in existence in front of us or around us, but just in a different wavelength or whatever, you know?
Are you talking about visible light or?
Kind of like I think the name was like CMK or some shit like CMK lighting, and you could like different filters that you could put on telescopes in order for you to see like different color, the different colors and
Auras of things.
yeah.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
I've been to the
yeah,
exhibit.
yeah.
I know.
Because when you see galaxy pictures, it doesn't actually look like that. They have to use certain filters in order for you to see that color, that vibrancy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would just look like the sky.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So like, I asked my teacher if was it a possibility that there's other life that is hiding or is able to cloak themselves in a different color.
Visible wavelength.
Yeah, and he was like, no, because basically what he told me was that there's no such thing as life outside of our planet, because life as we know it in this planet is only capable of being in this planet. So any other life that is not from here or able to live here is not really considered life.
This sounds like
That
an
doesn't
element.
even make sense.
This would sound. This
I was
sound,
like, what the fuck?
that sounds like an
That doesn't
elementary
make
school.
sense at
all.
That sounds like an elementary school teacher from the Truman Show that tells Truman, "Nope, there's nothing beyond our town. There's nothing exists.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Don't
Yeah.
aspire outside of this geography right here.
Well, I
You were
kind of.
born here, you'll die here. Accept it.
We know
Such is your fate.
that's some early that's some early narrow-minded atheist stuff. Not that I'm taking a side, but it's like just narrow-minded
It just sounds
shit.
very bullshitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you
Like,
think about it,
why would
Even
you
if he's
not-
right, he got
It
there
has
the
a
wrong
heart, and
way.
it breathes anything to survive. Anything at all. Some things don't even breathe, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I can tell.
yeah, it's,
Like, I mean,
Kim
some
Kardashian.
rocks,
yeah.
but
Like, speaking of which, like, there's this lady called Joanne Richards, and she lives in San Anselmo, California. Really awesome lady. I fucking love you.
You a cute little bitch.
She has well, she's old, and I mean.
No, don't you judge don't put a time limit on my boner.
Oh, okay, well, I mean, you like it the way she you like it the way
Are
the
you talking
dick
about
tastes.
Jen Bond?
If I'm feeling flexible.
No, well, basically, Joanne Richards, she has this library in San Anselmo, California, that her husband is supposedly like acclaimed. Her husband is an acclaimed fucking space center fucking lieutenant, and he has all of these crazy stories about like secret space wars and fleets and spaceships and fucking reptilians and shit like that.
Scared Spliff Podcast.